This is the entrance of the tunnel through which the railway came to the colliery, Ladyha No. 2 Colliery. This is within Eglinton Country Park, just outside Kilwinning. The colliery had been opened in 1885, but eventually closed in 1934. Its closure became inevitable because after the Eglinton Steelworks, Ironworks closed in 1924, or in that sort of period, the demand for coal was greatly reduced. The colliery itself stood in this area here. Just above us, out of sight but now demolished, was the powder house where they kept the explosives. The tunnel was used during the Second World War as a bomb shelter. It was also used to store precious furniture from the castle. It's often said that the tunnel was constructed not because it was necessary, but because the Earl didn't want to have the sight of steam engines and coal wagons disturbing his country estate. Where it's also possible that he was concerned at the soot coming from the steam locomotives, because he had over 1,000 square metres of glass on his nearby conservatories, and he also had his kitchen gardens nearby, so it would have been a pollution risk. The inside of the tunnel are the remains of the old telegraph system. You can see some of the telegraph ceramic holders. It was probably constructed by making a cutting here first and then building a brick structure and then covering that with soil, because the soil level is far too shallow here. One of the sad deaths recorded for here is in 1927, when Alexander Duncan was crushed by two large stones falling from above. He was down in the mine with his brother, and they were clearing a fall that had already taken place. The depth of this mine was 568 feet, 173 metres, so it was really quite deep. The bings are in the distance on the left and on the right. That's where the waste material was taken. This is the outskirts of Eglinton Country Park. This is the area where Ladyha Colliery No. 2 used to stand. These are some of the bings, the waste material from the mine. This is the western end of the tunnel. There were other tunnels built for such purposes at Kilwinning and also in Alloway. That is, tunnels that are said to have been built more to hide the trains than for any practical purpose. This is where the track ran down. There was a passing loop here. And then the Glasgow and South Western Railway, certainly in the later days, were responsible for removing the coal from here and taking it to its destinations. So it had to cut across the road and come out at the Dirons. There was a very complex arrangement of railway tracks in this area serving all the different collieries. Quite amazing when you look at the Ordnance Survey maps of the time to see how many railways there were. The first one in this area was actually a Scotch gauge, which is the 4-foot 6-inch gauge, and that one served the old coal pits at Dowra, which is down by the village of Bensley, to the north of the park.